the virtual lookout training system. This orientation will show you everything you need to know to feel comfortable using the system. Welcome aboard. This is the first-person view as seen from the starboard watch. You will stand starboard watch throughout the entire training. This is the starboard lookout position. This training system puts you on board the USS Horizon, a typical destroyer-class ship. You can walk around by pressing the arrow keys. Walk toward the bow. Walk toward the stern. Being able to view the entire area of your sector is critical as a lookout. During the practices you will have to scan all areas of your area. Again, for this training, you will always be on starboard watch. You will need to be able to look around, up, and down. You can do this by moving your mouse. Push down the right mouse button and drag to change your viewpoint. Look directly at the lighthouse, then the sailboat, then look at the cargo ship. You have several tools available to you. These include the binoculars, throw the life ring, now pick up the binoculars. The default key to activate the binoculars is the left mouse button. As you can see, the binoculars allow you to focus in on objects far away. Go ahead and deactivate the binoculars. The final tool, and the one that you will use most often, is the phone. The default key to activate the phone is the middle mouse button.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Bridge, starboard lookout, phone check.
Welcome to the Core Skills Instruction module. I will guide you through the training course using this text interface and by speaking to you, so be sure to have your headset on. You will be communicating with the bridge, SIC and the other lookouts using standard Navy phone talker conventions. Bridge, starboard lookout. Phone check.
Bridge, starboard lookout, phone check.
Well done. You will make a report whenever you notice a new contact, or when there is a significant change in a previously reported contact, such as a change in course. For now, we will concentrate on how to report new sightings of ships or planes. This is a surface contact. This is an air contact. When you become more experienced, you may be able to give the contact type more precisely, but a key piece of a contact report is the relative bearing to the contact. Click Next to watch a presentation on how to estimate the relative bearing to a contact.
Let's learn about relative bearing. Bearing is always calculated relative to the bow, and degrees are always stated using 3 digits. For example, 000, 090, 180, and 270.
Sometimes I will draw your attention to a contact with a big green arrow. Now that you know how to hail, report the contact type and the bearing. I'm going to demonstrate a contact report. Bridge, starboard lookout. Surface contact, bearing 045.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Surface contact, bearing 045.
Bridge eye.
Well done. Let's try another one. Go ahead and give the report for this contact.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Surface contact, bearing 135.
Good. Notice the information at the bottom of the screen. This will appear after each report to give you feedback about how well you did. Click Next to examine the feedback. Then click Next Trial when you're done.
To include in your report is the target angle. Let's take a moment to watch a presentation on target angle.
Let's now learn about target angle. Target angle is very similar, in fact, almost the same as relative bearing. Simply put, target angle is the relative bearing of your ship from another ship. What would the target angle be in this scenario? Remember, target angle is the relative bearing of your ship from the contact ship. Using what we've learned about relative bearing, we know that the target angle that should have been reported is 270 degrees. Let's try a more different.
While I keep the camera up here, give the contact report for these ships, including the target angle.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Surface contact, bearing 90 degrees. Range 5,000 yards. Correction, range 500 yards. Target angle 270.
That's not correct. Examine the feedback at the bottom of the screen and when you are finished. Try it again for this ship.
Starboard lookout, bridge eye.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Surface contact, bearing 45 degrees. Range 1,000 yards. Target angle 90. Bridge, starboard lookout. Surface contact, bearing 90 degrees. Range 500 yards.
Starboard lookout, bridge eye.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Air contact, bearing 35 degrees. Position angle 50.
Bridge eye.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Air contact. Position angle 15. Moving left to right.
Bridge eye.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Surface contact. Position angle 0.
Bridge eye.
Would you like to exit this module?
Welcome to the exiting Singapore Harbor scenario. During this scenario, several things will occur. Your job is to report those incidents to the bridge as you have learned.
Starboard lookout, bridge. Given the number of ships in our vicinity, limit ship contact reports to those that appear to be within 3 miles of our position.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Limit ship contact reports to those within 3 miles. Aye.
Starboard lookout, bridge.
I didn't get the range or bearing. Please say again. Bridge, starboard lookout. Green and white buoy, bearing 0 degrees. Bridge, port lookout. Red and white buoy, bearing 345, range 700 yards.
Bridge eye. Starboard lookout, bridge.
Good job, that's the channel marker.
Bridge eye. Port lookout. Bridge.
Good job, that's the channel marker. Bridge, starboard lookout. That fishing boat looks like it's speeding up.
Bridge eye.
Bridge, port lookout. Green boat, bearing 185, range 100 yards.
Port lookout. Bridge. Radar shows no contact at that range. Confirm. Range. Bridge eye. Port lookout. Bridge.
Good job, that's the channel marker. Bridge, port lookout. I've got that guy coming across our bow. It looks like he's continuing on. Bearing 300, range 500 yards.
Bridge eye.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Some of the men on those ribs appear to be carrying small arms. Bridge. Port lookout. Surface contact. Bearing 210. Range 900 yards. Target angle 175. Moving right to left.
Port lookout. Bridge. Radar shows no contacts at that range. Confirm. Range. Bridge eye.
Would